Hey guys. So I know I haven't been on here this week. Um, I just kind of been floating around the house, working on some stuff and trying to get the garden together. Um, which I had to really take my time this time around because I had to clean out the beds and I repotted all of the herbs. What else did I do? I got some seed. I started some seedlings. So I'm pretty much gonna show y'all what I've been working on and tell y'all where I've been this month. So I repotted all of the herbs in the backyard. I did take those up and put some nutrients in at the bottom of them. Um, and my parsley was root locked, and I didn't realize it. That's why it wasn't getting any bigger. It actually needs a big pot, so that's why it's going in there now. But yeah, I got 2 more tomato plants this year that I'm gonna keep, that I'm gonna grow. And I think on this one, I've already started to get some tomatoes on this one right here. I got like 3 tomatoes. Um, and then I got some cherry tomatoes. I don't see anything coming up on these yet. Well, there's some flowers, so it'll be some soon. So basically, I have parsley. I have rosemary. Um, what is this? I have 2 pots of oregano. I love oregano. I have 2 pots of regular oregano. I have sage. I have some more basil that I planted, and I'm already starting to see some buds from last year because it does come back. And I have some more. I think that's Italian basil. So I love basil. But yeah, those are all herbs I have. And my spring onions, they still came up. I turned these beds over. I put some fertilizer in them. I've been making juice. So what I've been doing is taking the pulp from the juice and putting the pulp that's left over from the juice into the gardens and into the plants that I've repotted, and that's really been helping them. I guess I can show you guys my seedlings. Hold on. Well, yeah, and I repotted my aloe plant because it was dying. It's starting to come back to life. But I repotted it and pulled it out of the sun because they don't need a lot of sun or a lot of water, but it was it's grown out, but it hasn't grown up because it was root locked. So that's what I did with the aloe plant, and I pulled it back. So I have some seedlings. I started some of them the day before, and I started some of them yesterday, and they're already starting to bloom. So basically, right here is all lettuce. On this side, from here back is different lettuce. Then I have yellow squash and green squash, and then on the other end I have red bell pepper and orange bell pepper. Because I couldn't find any in the store that were already bloomed, so I had to grow them from seed. But I did it a little different this year. I'm really taking my time with them. Um, and I looked up a lot of videos, and that's what I'm gonna do with those. So right here, I think this is a uh, cantaloupe. I have 1 cantaloupe I'm gonna plant. That's really like 2 plants. Then I have some cucumbers right here. Um, and I think these are bell peppers. Yeah, these are bell peppers. And then I have a watermelon, and I have golden. peppers. So that's a golden bell pepper. So that's what I'm planting this year. Um, I have these pots right here. I think I'm gonna pick up some more herbs and grow them in this pot in these pots to start them out. I really um I really don't want to grow too many herb pots. I do, but I don't because we won't be here after this year. We probably got a good 6 or 7 months here, if that. So my plan is to take all my herbs. I'm not planting any of my herbs in the ground. I'm gonna plant them in pots, and my plan is to be able to take them with me as long as we're in stateside. Um, so yeah, I hope, or take pieces of it with me so I can start over wherever I go. But I'm hoping that I can just take them in the buckets and just, you know, I don't know. But I'm really attached to my herbs. I use them a lot. They taste better. My food has a better taste. Because I'm using fresh herbs. Like the herbs you get from the store are fresh, but they're not like off the vine fresh. Like that parsley over there, like usually when I use parsley from the store, I have to buy a whole bushel of it to get the same taste. But I can literally take like 2 pieces off that little plant and it like does something totally different to my dishes. Um, and especially with eating vegan food, the fresh herbs just take it to another level. But one thing I learned about basil, it's not hard to get basil to grow. It grows when it grows like wildfire. If you ever buy a small basil plant, you can actually take the leaves, take a leaf off, and just stick it down in the dirt, and it will produce a plant. So what I'm planning on doing in the next couple of days is just taking a piece of the purple basil off and putting it on one side, making one side purple basil and making one side green basil. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. Now, what I really came on here to talk to y'all about is my fail as a vegan. And that's why y'all haven't seen me. I've been so I'm trying not to be stressed, but I've been really stressed out a lot. And I ate some chicken, and y'all know my struggle. I ate some chicken. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and tell y'all that I eat something that I don't, or eat that I'm not eating something. So I did have chicken like 2 days from Popeyes. I was sitting in the car, stress eating. My stress level has been up really high. Um, since everything has been going on, I have gotten my diet back cleaned up. Um, and it's been really hard. Like I don't know how many people are out there stress eating are like coping because I really have been in a nervous place. I finally got out and got a few items that I needed, just needed. Um, this week I ordered some of the cleanser to cleanse my body, and after Easter I'm going to be going on a fast to reset my body. I have been stressed out. I was sleeping good for a minute. I was doing fine, and then it's like I want to say Monday, everything kind of just hit me. Y'all, it's bad. Like people are saying that this virus is not bad. It is so bad. Like here, I live on a military installation. Um, the they've instructed soldiers to wear masks, and you can't go into a building or get out of a building without them checking your temperature. People who have temperatures or show symptoms when they go to buildings, they're being directed to the health department here on base if they don't go. Because if you get a temperature and you don't go, they take your ID and then the MPs show up at your house. Basically, you are forced into quarantine. Um, so I've been trying to stay away from places too, not because I have a fever or anything, but my allergies are really bad right now. Um, so I sneeze a lot and my eyes watered, and I didn't want people thinking that I had like the virus or anything because I really have been keeping myself isolated. So that has been stressing me out. Um, I went into the store yesterday. I almost had a panic attack. Like the stores, Publix is checking people. They have these things where they can see your body temperature as you walk into the store. They got the apps on their phones or whatever. And they have you in lines in different ways, and that just kind of like stressed me out. Then you had people who didn't have masks on. Like, why you out here raw dogging? You ain't got no mask on. I can understand the gloves. I don't wear gloves when I go out because I know that you can cross contaminate multiple things when you have on gloves. I just, when I get home, before I bring my groceries in the house, I sanitize my hands with sanitizer. I open the door, I go in, I wash my hands, and then I take all of my canned goods or box goods, and I kind of like, if it's a box good with plastic, I spray it down with a little bit of Lysol. I'll put it on a towel and wipe down my cans or some bleach water. If I get vegetables, I bring them into the kitchen. I use some vinegar and water in the sink, and I just drop them in there. Any fruits or anything, because they say people are sneezing and touching stuff, and vinegar kills germs. So I take apple cider vinegar or distilled vinegar and water and wipe down my vegetables, because a large part of why I'm so stressed out is, y'all, I juice a lot and I eat a lot of raw, and I actually enjoy it. Hey, honey. But I've been so terrified to eat like I usually do because of the virus, that has stressed me out, because I used to eat a lot of raw foods and I used to juice a lot. I'm getting back to it now because now I know how to clean my vegetables, but that stressed me out because you don't know what people are doing to the produce. All produce is not in bags. So that has stressed me out too, because then I was scared to like eat certain things. Like, I can't tell y'all the last time I sat down and had a salad. Thanks, honey. A salad, like a salad with like all the veggies in it that I used to like to eat, because I didn't know if it was safe. Like, I know that's weird, but like, if you buy something from the store and you cook it to a certain temperature, it kills all the bacteria. If you eat something raw and somebody's contaminated, you might be eating it. So um that has really freaked me out. I didn't usually buy all of my vegetables. Um Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I usually didn't buy all of my vegetables from the commissary. Like, some vegetables I would get from Publix or different stores, but I've been afraid to do that. I've just been buying them in the commissary because they keep an eye on people and they watch people, and people are less likely to do something dumb in the commissary than you stay at Publix or Walmart or Winn Dixie or something. So yeah, I have really been stressed out. So that is one of the reasons I'm really, you got to watch everything. Um, so yeah, I learned that you can take um um I use 2 cups of apple cider vinegar and like 3 cups of water, and they might leak the vegetables. That's what I'm saying. So I use the apple cider vinegar and water, and I just wash them real good. Like, I'll throw them in the sink, let them sit for a few minutes, and then I'll dry them off, let them sit out on the counter on paper towels. That's what I've been doing for the vegetables with the skin. And a lot of times I eat the skin on my vegetables because that's where all the nutrients is. So I've been like pulling the skin off of them. Y'all, it's got me so freaked out. I was okay until I realized, like, okay, most people aren't worried about their vegetables and stuff, but if you're a vegan, it's like people are not buying a lot of vegetables and stuff, and it's a plethora of them, but they're not protected, they're not in plastic, they're not in cans, like, you don't know what they can do to them, and that's what's got me freaked out. And I don't know, but I did eat some chicken. I'm admitting it, and I paid for it. My stomach, that's what happens when I eat animal protein. If I eat animal products, like y'all see that, I look pregnant. My face is dry. I got dry patches and like bumps. Um, so excuse my eyes, y'all. They've been watering and crusting over because of my allergies. So I got the cleanser. I'm going to cleanse my body with the cleanser, and I've been juicing since I got vegetables and I know how to clean them. And after Easter, I want to say probably, because I think, no, I get my stuff for my cleanse on Thursday. So the following Thursday, I'm going to be on a water fast, and I have videos pre-recorded for that. So you guys will still get videos while I'm on that, and I will come on and talk. Um, Tonight I am gonna go live and cook, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna go live and cook breakfast. Um, and then I'm gonna cook dinner again, so you guys will get, at least 3 videos. Well, this will make 4, but that's what I've been doing, like, and I've been making a lot of masks. I've gotten a lot of requests for masks. I wasn't charging for them at first. I've never cooked red rice. I need to look up for recipes, but I do cook Spanish rice. I don't know if that counts as red rice, but I've never cooked red rice. So yeah, I'll look into that. What else have I done? I've been making masks, so I am gonna start selling them because um it's labor intensive. I've given away a lot to like people in medical. I've asked them to just like pay for the shipping. I heard somebody stay on one of my, I mean, I saw somebody stay on one of my feeds. They couldn't find me. They have a family member who's a police officer. So I do have some black fabric, but I only go out one day out of the week. So whatever I got to get, I start early that morning. And if I don't get it, I don't get it unless it's something that's like dire. So I had, and when I went yesterday, there wasn't a lot of fabric in Walmart. So I couldn't get any more. I got a couple pieces. So I am going to start selling them. I don't have I'm gonna go on about between 7:30 and 8 o'clock tonight. So it's really hard. I'm making my mess different than most people. Instead of doing the 2 layers, I'm doing 3 layers, and then um you can put coffee filters in there, or you can buy the Hoover bags, or you can buy the air condition vents to put in the filters for the air condition filters and put in there and cut it. Mines are thick. I'm using, let me go in and I'll show y'all what kind of fabric I'm using. Because I'm using 3 different types of fabric. The fabric I got yesterday, I got to wash. So basically, I'm using the old army t-shirts because they're really thick. And this is the part where you put the filter in so that that material doesn't rub up on your face and your face gets so. And then I have this thick, heavy cotton fabric. That's the layer between the filter and the skin. And then whatever type of like designer fabric you have. I think I have some pieces cut out. Um, so yeah. Okay, so these are the 3 pieces. This is the fabric, the decorated fabric that goes on the outside. This is the t-shirt piece right here. And this is the most important part. I got another kind that's white, but it's thick. You don't want a fabric that you can't see through a lot. That's very dense. So I have this. I also have some in white, but this is really sturdy. And like when people put my mask on, they be like, "Woo!" Um, I need to take a breath because they're really woven tight. And then you put the filters in there. So yeah. So basically, when I put mine together, I put this is the middle. This is going to be the middle piece. I lay this piece over it. So this is the inside of the mask right here. This is the inside. This is the most important part. And then the filter, this part goes right here on top. So it's 3 layers. So you got the first layer, the second layer, and then you got the third layer. And then once it's sewed up, you put the filter in between these 2 layers. So yeah, it takes a lot of time. I made some for Cameron and Chloe. Um, I'll have to post them. I'm probably gonna do a video at the end of this, probably Sunday. I'll do a video on how to do them and how to cut them out and how to make them by hand because a lot of people don't have sewing machines or know how to sew. But I'm going to show you guys like where you can print how you can print, where you can get the print cut out for it, and how you can just use some scissors and some thread. Because basically, all you're doing is just once you get this part cut out, you're just basically sewing down the side of the seam. And you can do this by hand. And then you just do like a couple pieces of fabric this way. Make sure it's cotton, it's thick. Get you some cotton filters. At least put 2 in there, and you should be okay. But just try to stay home as much as possible. But y'all, I've been stressed out about my food. Like, uh, that's been terrible. Like, the amount of vegetables that I used to eat and fruits, I can't eat them anymore because I'm scared, and I'm trying to find ways to like clean them because you got some weirdos out there who's really like um trying to contaminate food. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And I've been working in the garden. Y'all, if I could this year, I would definitely grow more. But since we're not going to be here long, I don't want to dig up the rest of the backyard and grow all of my vegetables because I don't want to seem paranoid or anything. But it's really unnerving. Yeah, it really is. I like my fat vegan food, but most of the time, I don't want to bore y'all with like how I eat on a day-to-day basis. So you guys only see when I do like fun vegan food and going wild. And see, that's the thing. Like you don't know, like you don't. They record themselves doing it, but you don't know. They put the video up 2 or 3 hours later if it's not live, and then it take probably a day or so for people to report it. You don't know how many people have bought that stuff and taken it home before they realize that the person has did it if nobody sees it and reports it at that time. So yeah, that's what it is. So after I finish making the rounds of masks that I'm gonna sell, I am going to start working on like making little girls' clothes and making clothes and stuff. That's gonna be my next hobby. Cause I've been wanting to get into sewing, but sewing these masks, y'all, like it is not easy to do it on a machine. It took me a while to learn how to do it the right way. Now I have it down. But yeah, it takes a good amount of time. I will say that. So I want to learn. I'm gonna take some sewing classes as soon as I can. I've also been watching a lot of videos. So you guys get ready because I'm gonna do a little sewing video eventually once I can like get some patterns and stuff. And y'all gonna see me make a couple things. You know. I'm picking up a new hobby while I'm in quarantine. I also started working on my French. I'm trying to find ways to keep myself busy. Yeah, I saw that on the news. They locked her ass up for terrorists. Yeah, they locking people up now. You going to jail. They charging people with terrorist crimes now for stuff like that. And I'm glad because there's no need to be out doing that just to mess with people. Like I don't. I mean, obviously people have to have a mental health problem to do that because no person in their right mind would do that. But yeah, that's what's got me so freaked out. So yeah, but that's what I've been doing. Um, so I will be on here tonight. Um, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, so that we can cook dinner together, and then I'll be on tomorrow morning, and we're gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna make breakfast with y'all. I already got everything lined up for that. And I guess Sunday, seriously Sunday, because Sunday is Easter, we're gonna sit down and have dinner. Y'all can watch and see what I eat. I probably will go live when I start cooking. Cause I'm cooking red beans. I'm gonna put them on Saturday night. I was gonna cook my red beans and greens, but I decided to keep them for this Sunday. So we're gonna have red beans and rice, collard greens, cornbread, stuffed bell peppers, and potato salad. That's what we're gonna have Sunday. And I think my husband, I might bake him some chicken or something. So that's what we having for not for Thanksgiving, but for Easter. And the stuffed bell peppers are going to have like the cornbread stuffing in them. I got the Pepperidge Farm stuffing to do those. And I have mushrooms and peppers, and I got all my herbs outside, so we're gonna do that. Um, and they don't take long to cook. So like I said, I might be on here early Sunday for a couple of hours. So yeah. But anyway, y'all, let me go. I love you guys. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video real quick, and I'll go back and watch it and thumbs it up. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see y'all tonight, and I gotta get some stuff done. The husband is coming back in the house, and I'll talk to y'all later.